All right, we'll keep on moving through players. We'll have Matt Farniok next. And first question for Matt, Brian Christopherson, 24/7.
Hey, Matt. Ben Stilley said Saturday was one of the happier days for this football team. Honestly, since he's been on the program, just the way it all came together. How did it feel for you? You know, I know Iowa was a tough game, and Scott said you felt bad afterward, just coming back and getting a team win like that.
I mean, obviously, it always feels good when you win. I mean, it's nice to see the results you want after putting in a long weeks of work. I mean, you don't always get to have that result, and it's always a nice reinforcement too of like, hey, we did the right thing. Let's repeat it and let's do it again.
Hey, what's Dedrick bring when he pops back in? You know, he was out for a few weeks, and you know, it feels like he has kind of a downhill presence running the ball. What does he add when you know you're blocking for him?
I mean, we know that he's gonna see a hole and he's gonna hit it. He's obviously he's not a dancer type. When he makes his decision, he's gonna hit it, and it's also just nice. He's an older guy. He knows the offense pretty well. So I mean, we know what we're supposed to do, and he knows what he's supposed to do. So it's just a nice kind of confidence of, hey, I'm gonna open up this gap, and I know he's gonna come bursting through it with everything he's got.
Thanks, Matt.
Evan Bland, Omaha World Herald.
Hey, Matt, what can you maybe point to that's clicked for this team in kind of a larger sense, since that Illinois loss and now coming off a win? How do you guys maybe handle that differently or better than you did coming off the Penn State win going into Illinois?
Just a maturity thing. I mean, obviously, we know how to respond when it comes to losing, and we kind of had to learn a lesson of how you respond when you win. When you win, it's all it is you get a day of happiness, but you got to go right back to work because you aren't granted a win, you aren't given a win. You have to earn it every day leading up to the game, and you can't slack off because as soon as you slack off, you've now fallen behind a day, and you can't make that day back up. It's got to be a constant fight and a constant strive to be better.
Did you guys learn that lesson in the last couple of days, and has that been kind of verbalized by coaches or some of the captains?
Yeah, I think we've learned that lesson. I mean, it's been so far it's been really good practices. It's been a focus of details of doing the right thing, doing your job, not just doing your job, but actually just doing your job correctly with everything you've got. It looks to that we've learned the lesson of what it takes to continuously be on the right path towards winning.
Steve Sipple, Lincoln Journal-Star.
You obviously know Brendan really well, been around Brendan Hymas a lot. What do you appreciate most about the way he goes about his business on a daily basis?
It really just he's got a standard, and his standard is across the board for everyone. And when you don't live up to that standard, he's going to let you know. Whoever you are, he's a guy that he's obviously a tremendous player. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. He knows the calls, but he's also helpful for the younger guys, and he helps lead them. But he also is the guy that if you mess up and you're doing the wrong thing, he'll let you know because he doesn't want anyone to fall underneath the standard that he has for the board. And so it's awesome when he's out there and he's got a voice and he's playing the game that he's really talented at playing.
So he's capable of being pretty stern, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Lincoln Journal-Star, Parker Gabriel.
Hey, Matt, Adrian talked on Saturday after the game about that drive where you kicked the field goal eventually to go up 10 late in the game with all the penalties and all the stuff earlier in that drive. What do you learn from a drive like that about sort of, staying the course or overcoming, when something doesn't go quite right out there on the field?
It's never going to be, it's not always going to be pretty. It's not going to, no one's going to ever have a perfect drive or a perfect game. But you've got to stay the course, trust in yourself, trust in your teammates, and just do your job. Because at the end of the day, if you do your job, the ball's going to keep moving, and we're going to get the ball where we need it to be.
We got two more here for Matt. Mitch Sherman, The Athletic.
Hey, Matt, you've been right there next to Cam Jurgens all year. What'd you think about the way that he played Saturday?
He had a lot more confidence and just trust in himself, and I mean it reflected in his gameplay. He slowed down the game for himself a little bit, and just everything went a lot smoother with him.
Thanks.
And finishing up for Matt, Sean Callahan, Husker Online.
Hey, Matt, just what did you guys learn as a team early in the year, just with the struggles that you guys had, and how has it made you stronger here for this back half of the season?
Well, in Big Ten play, you've got to come and bring it every day in practice, every snap of a game. If you don't, you're going to struggle. It's going to be hard. And Big Ten, honestly, the defenses in the Big Ten are good. You're not going to really ever have a easy game. So you have to be ready to fight and just honestly earn inches. And slowly, I mean, that's been a lesson that's been learned with some of the younger guys through the beginning of the year. And it's just understand that sometimes you just got to take the 3 yards and get ready for the next play and do it again. It's just a slow grind that you got to be ready to fight every snap.
All right. Thank you, Matt. And we will wrap up players here with Dedrick Mills in just a minute.